Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Hockey Town, Queenstown. Another night of great hockey, battle between SkyCity Stampede and the Canterbury Red Devils. I'm Dave Dubnick.
And I'm Matt Chavez.
And we've got a late game tonight. Apparently, Matt, the main rubber band broke on the propeller on the aircraft for the Christchurch team.
Yeah, rumor has it, mechanical issue. Got half the team, well, I got the entire team to Auckland, but from there, only half the team made it down to Queenstown directly. The other half had to fly to Invercargill. Didn't know we had a team down there. But anyway, they ended up in a van running themselves down here as quickly as they could. Got here literally 15 minutes ago, and the entire team is now available for the Red Devils, and that is why we have a 30-minute delay in the start time.
It doesn't matter. We're here to play hockey now. All of that behind them, they put that out of their head and just get that puck dropped and get that game going. That's what's important. A little bit on the line here for the Sky City. Matt, you were unpicking that for me earlier, explaining how this is so important for the Sky City Stampede.
It is. The Stampede are 5 points away from getting the 1 seed, which means that they will need to win both games this weekend, at least one of them in regulation. They took 3 out of 4 against the Swarm, and because of that, they have the tiebreaker, but they must win both games, and one of them must be in regulation to get the 1 seed.
All right, well, geez, it's just on and ready to roll. Devlin and Harrison against Lang and Jake Carey for the Devils. It's in the Devils zone, behind the net. Lang pushes behind the net, and the Devils clear it up to the red line, and Amston fires it back in. Once again, Devils trying to march it out. Lang can't quite collect it on the blue line. It's tapped out. Harrison going down hard with Jake Carey. And McIntosh pushed off the puck by Nichols, and he over the red line and dumps it in, giving himself a few of the boys a line change.
Yeah, Harrison hit the deck there when he tripped over one of the linesman's skates. Not a good situation for him.
Well, it's, there's enough players out there to hit without taking out a linesman. Freer firing it down, missing his brother Lockie, and that'll be icing. First whistle of the game.
Yeah, an interesting start to the game. No real, just, it's kind of feeling everything out, which is the important part for both teams. I feel like the Red Devils just need to get their sea legs first.
Yeah, no real ownership yet.
Not yet.
No, we'll see how it goes. Puck being dropped to the left of Hasselman, goaltender for the big lead pass. The shot, and a great save there.
Yeah, Walcom with a breakout.
Yeah, Walcom. That lead pass right on the money. Walcom did everything but get it in the net.
Yeah, and Freer with that shot from the point. One of the things that we've been watching closely over the season is Tim Carey, and he's had a couple of games where he's given up goals early, but so far those are 2 good saves. A one-on-one streaking in and from the point flashing the leather.
All right, puck dropped to the right of Carey. Hurley dumps to the corner. Roby's muscled around in the corner by Rope. And it's cleared up to the blue line. Delamore. Cross. And it's in the corner. Back to the point. Quick shot. Back to the corner. Hurley on the blue line. Over the red line. Rails it in. Roby get chase with some help from Rusky Jones. Canterbury take over on the blue line. Delamore muscled off the puck, but he gets the pass away. In the Stampede zone, Harrison gets it up to the red line, but Lowe just pushes it back in. And it rolls to the corner. Chance Amston over the red line. He's got Connor Harrison with him. Amston takes the shot. Great save off the glass, and now it's in the corner. Freer back to Amston, cross to Devlin. Lost on the blue line, picked up by Freer, cross to Harrison, muscles it in just, and Devlin pushes it to the corner. Rolls around. Devils march it out. Harrison on the red line, over the red line, fires it in, giving them boys a chance for a line change. And Barry gobbles that up, forcing the face-off deep in their own zone.
Yeah, a couple of the top liners coming back out for the Red Devils. In that case, there was a 2-on-2 that the Red Devils kind of got away with one, Mason Reese and Finn Leopard, just a little out of position, but the Stampede not able to close the deal on that one. We continue 0-0.
Harrison shot off a pad, off that face-off. Carey over the red line, blue line, shot. I think that caught some steel. Bounces all the way up where McIntosh holds for one time. Oh, beautiful save. Point blank shot, slap shot from Lockie Freer.
Yeah, Freer took that shot, and it became a kind of a change-up as he just somehow didn't get everything on it. And he's taking a huge slap shot wind-up. That thing comes at Carey very slowly, but he gloves it and holds on to it to keep the Red Devils in line.
The old knuckleball. Shot from the point, deflected. Burns chases to the corner, behind the net. McIntosh centers off a skate. Great effort to keep it in. But it's turned around. Chance for the Devils. Shot side of the net. Huge hustle there by the Red Devils. And Walcom carries to the corner, being harassed heavily. Freer in there with him, but Finn ends up with it. McIntosh now has it. Centers. Lockie Freer takes a shot, deflected high off the glass, and tapped out nicely by the Devils.
Yeah, Daniel Monk there with a no-look pass that went right to the Stampede sticks, and they get away with one again. Rolling 3 lines here. They're going to have to play better defense with the 6 that are going out on the ice.
Hustling it behind the net. Shot, tight corner shot, but Carey stops that. It's in the corner. Just bouncing around, bodies everywhere. Kept in by Rusky Jones. Great little backhand to along the boards. That's kept in Roby along the shot, deflected off the glass. Sofer out there for a skate. Can't keep it in was True. Amston, Rusky Jones. And Amston behind his net. Being pressed hard and forced to pass. It's at the red line. Devlin fires it across ice. Behind the net, Devils. Can't clear it out, was Leopard. And it ends up in front. Weak shot there by Harrison. It rolls along the boards. Harrison picks it up. It's tapped to the corner. Behind the net now. Centering, no one there. And chance for Canterbury. Eden over the red line, over the blue line. Fires off that low timber.
Yeah, Mitchell Freer getting a stick down, and that pass or that shot goes up out of play by hitting the rooftop here.
That old low roof trick.
It is a low roof here. That is true. How high do you think that is? 10 meters, maybe?
I don't know. I have to duck.
Well, there you go. You are a tall dude.
Yeah. Burns up to Walcom, who can't collect it, and it rolls behind the Canterbury net. Cross ice off of McIntosh's skate. And Freer bats it across to Burns. Burns fires it, missing McIntosh for the icing.
Yeah, you can tell I think the Stampede, they normally get a pretty quick start in the first period. That is kind of their MO generally. But you can see it much more this game that they really want to get it, jump out in front. And they just haven't buried anything yet. So that's a big question mark so far.
Great goaltending. They've had a couple of really good shots testing Curie. Brown with it on the red line. Taps it up. And it's turned over by McIntosh. McIntosh can't control it on the blue line. And Malinsky skates it to the blue line. Great passing by Carey in the front. Can't be collected. And it rolls to the red line. Nichols bats it back in. Carey on the blue line. Across to Malinsky. Shot off the glass. Tapped up by Burns, and it's on the blue line. Tapped to the other blue line where Hurley picks it up. Cross ice to Freer. Freer. Welcome. Solo. Solo just taps it up, but can't quite control it. Puck rolling everywhere on that red line. Welcome takes a shot. It rails all the way around, forcing True to pick it up on the red line. He fires it back in. Hopkins with it. Behind the net, railed up and out. And True gives chase, and that should be, oh no, not icing. Sneaky, rolly, bouncy little puck. Sofer tripped up. No, not tripped up. Fell over. And it's kept in. Shot, just slid through a whole bunch of people, just wide of the net. Hurley, True, in there with Rees. Might as well throw Rusky Jones in there for good luck, along with Eden and Noor. Everybody in that scrum. Canterbury with it on their own blue line. And Sofer just collected it just as Canterbury were starting to march it up. Eden with it now, over the red line. Cross to Lowe, he dumps it over the blue line. Osman stops it behind the net. Hurley along the boards, taps it up to the red line, forcing Nickel to collect it on his own blue line. Amston rails it around. Delamore can't collect it, and it ends up on the blue line where Ball just about feeds Delamore. Had a good opportunity. Great end-to-end hockey, Matt.
Yeah, no stop in sight. That's offside, so that's not going to be touched up. It stays with Stampede.
Devlin trying that little cherry picker act, the one that Walcom tried earlier, but goaltender Carey doing a great job of keeping them out of the net.
Devlin just went a little bit too far in, gave himself a poor angle on that shot, and because of that, it gives Tim Carey a very easy stop. And yeah, you're right. It's been a lot of end-to-end action for long sequences of play so far.
Harrison takes a shot. Puck bounces in front of Carey. And it's bounced to the corner. McCog with it. Still has it. Carey's fancy dancing with it. McCog back to the point. Amston shot off a body. Here's a chance for Delamore. Great defense. Amston had to really boogie. But that wasn't Delamore, sorry. That was Lowe, who did a great defensive play to collect the puck and just about had a breakaway. Battle for it in the corner. Rough stuff.
Yeah, Harry Lowe with a great shift there. He's going to skate off here and get Finn Leopard back on, but he did a great job of digging that out several times.
Beautiful work. Puck in the corner and controlled by Canterbury. Now Monk with it on the blue line, deflected by Delamore. it was a kind of a simple deflection, but Hasselman was all over that. Tonight's linesmen, Aaron Chisholm and Nick Flight, and head referee Button, all there to bring you a tidy game, Matt.
Well, that's what they're here for, right? Keep things in order.
Best game ever is the one that you don't even see the ref. Everything's just flowing smoothly.
Well, so far we've had that.
Yes, so far. Welcome. Feeding Freer. Big high pass, though, where Rees picks it up, carries behind his net. And Freer pushes him off the puck. But it's still out. Lang with it over the blue. Lang tries a bit of a dance with it. Leaves where, so cross ice to Walcom over the blue line. Shot way narrow. Freer. Puck rolls to McIntosh. Centering puck off a skate, but he had Walcom skating in front. Beautiful setup, but it came off a skate.
It did, and the net came off. That's why the stoppage in play here, as Carey was trying to push off to get in front of that puck that went through the crease.
That old chestnut.
That's the one. So, Carey getting the stop in play, but for the last minute or so, good play by the Stampede. They've kind of caught up with the momentum.
Great workout, 8 minutes and 34 seconds left in this first period, so there's been a fair bit of action with very limited whistles, which means these boys are doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah, now that was a play. That's Jacob Carey knocking that out. That is somebody who's very unfamiliar with the building as he flips out a puck that would normally be easily played anywhere else, but hits the rafters here. Big
hello to our, first of all, we've got, looks like a sold out crowd. There's a lot of marbles. This is sort of a lot of we're playing for a lot of marbles tonight. As Matt explained, shot, scores inside. I think he was screened.
Yeah, Brendan Walcom with an excellent low shot getting under the glove of Tim Carey. In that situation, it's more of a turnover that the Red Devils needed to not give up off that mid-board on the right side. But in doing so, Carey's put in a compromised position, and a low wrister gets under his glove, and 1-0 the score for the Stampede.
8 minutes, 17 seconds left in this first period. Crowd like that, sold out crowd, enjoying this little bit of a change of pace with a 1-goal lead for the Stampede. True. Puts it up or picks that up. Red line. Feeds Popesel. And he clears it out to the red line. Freer clears it out to the red line. Popesel over the blue line. Carries. Eden just can't get a piece of it as the puck's rolling in front dangerously. Tangled up, just a huge boondoggle in front of the net. Brown picks it up, woofs on a shot. And Jack Roby can't leave, tries to leave the puck for Sofer. Back to the point where shot, great save through a whole bunch of legs, huge work. Carey pulls off a great save.
Mitchell Freer enjoying that low shot from the far point there. He keeps going back to it. In the other sequence in front of the Stampede goal, the Red Devils had two good shots, but definitely Hasselman up to the task.
Beautiful. Great goaltending on both sides.
So far tonight, yes. The goaltenders have been locked in.
Big shout out to all you people that are watching. Couldn't make it here. Probably still stuck in traffic, maybe, Queenstown traffic. Or didn't get the right flight because your plane broke down. Connor Harrison with it. Devlin with it in the corner. Off the glass around to Amston in the corner. Harrison shot and off some timber. Hey, I'd just like to say a big shout out. We've got Jeff Solo's mom here and sister, Mom Cheryl and sister Tracy from the States, watching this game here in the stands. And big shout out to Lila. I'm sure you're watching, and Dave in Georgia. Father Dave watching this game, watching his son play another game of hockey. Which never ends.
That's going to be a penalty against Amston against Harry Lowe. It's going to be a hook. And that's another good shift by Harry Lowe. Good to have him back on the ice. And it's going to give the Red Devils a power play.
Yeah, muscling past Amston. Amston getting a little, of course, that, what, me? Look, what? It wasn't me. I didn't do it. It was like that when I got here. 6 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first. 1-0 Stampede. Good chance for the Canterbury Red Devils to dig it back.
Interestingly, they put their second power play line out first for this penalty.
Nickel with it on the point. Moves to the center. Falls, stumbles on the shot. Maybe it was an old trick play. Brown with it, keeping it in. Center. Muscled off the puck. Couple Stampede players went down. And Hasselman gloves that bouncing puck. Wow, that was dangerous.
It was dangerous. It was bouncing around. Hasselman making the smart choice to stop play immediately. But yeah, a couple of Stampede taking themselves out. Pospisil just not able to pull the trigger there. But looking dangerous for the Devils.
Nickel moves back to the Eden and boards. Eden moves to the corner. Back to Eden along the boards. Brown looking in the corner. Eden along the boards. Nichols one time, shot wide. Puck bounces in front. Dangerous. And McIntosh collects it and clears it down. And Welcome gives chase.
It's a lot of high pressure by the Stampede.
Considering they have a penalty, yeah. Like forechecking heavily. Not letting Canterbury get out of their own zone.
First line back out. This is the Carey Malinsky-Lang line, but that puck just went to nobody.
Yeah, and Welcome he got hungry for that one. Centering. Great choice by Burns. He could have boogied in, but Malinsky picks it up, skates it in behind the net. Still has it. Back to point. Cross ice. Bowl with it on the point. Carey taps it to the corner, gets it back. Back to Bull. Sorry.
That's Lang.
Lang. Back to Bull. Shot. Something collected metal there. I don't know if it was a skate, stick, or the puck. And the puck, that old chestnut again. Nets off the moorings.
Yeah, Hasselman. I'm surprised they're actually allowing a change here by the Stampede because that goal looked like it came off from Hasselman's pressure. Normally that wouldn't be allowed to be
much like
change.
an icing.
Yeah.
An advantage, no advantage allowed.
It looks like they're actually considering it was the Red Devils that pushed
Must
it off
have
because they put him out the zone.
Outside the zone, yes. Yeah. So we're looking at 4 minutes, 48 seconds left on the offside dot. Face-off. Still 4 seconds left as Carey dumps it. 4 seconds left in that penalty, which means it's over now as Amston and McCog just jumps on and collects the puck. Can't dance past.
That's Hopkins.
Hopkins. And it's kept in. Still has it. Devils. And Harrison intercepts that pass. But finally, Devils march it up over the red line. Lang. Great hustle there by the Devils. Just can't make that final pass. And Solo with it. Cross. McCog, and McCog gets it back again. And it's lost. Aaron Chisholm tackled. Devlin with it. Devlin marches past Hopkins. Still has it. Shot.
Great glove save there.
Huge glove save there. Devlin had sort of, good pace.
Oh,
good shot.
Yeah, he walked in on that very nicely and just was patient about it. Tried to get the far pipe, but Carey took it away from him with a glove save there. And Lang was just unlucky to have that linesman be where he was because he had some momentum coming in.
He was along the boards like a freight train, moving hard.
Just didn't get out of the way there.
Nichols off the glass, but still kept in, and then finally tapped out to the red line where Sulphur gives chase. Cross ice to Burns, who fires it in. Back to the point where Freer makes a really bad pass. You might as well put a red jersey on for that pass. Hurley can't feed Roby, but it comes off a stick and ends up on Roby's stick. And it's kicked around for a bit till Burns picks it up on the red line. Sulphur over the blue line, feeds Hurley. Hurley drags to the corner, backhand. Easy mark for Carey to stop. And it's railed around to Freer along the boards. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left. Great time for Canterbury to do something if they want to go into the dressing room with even score. Freer with it on the blue line. To Lockie, Freer centering at Amston, can't get a piece of it. Big flick pass where Freer just taps it back up, but it's picked up by Lau. Lau over the blue line. Carries to the corner. Lockie Freer clears up but not out where Reese picks it up, and Hasselman forced to make the save. Good shot by Reese through a sea of people, and great glove save by Hasselman.
Well, I'm going to say it again, but this has been the period of the year for Harry Lowe. He has just played an absolute monster of a first period, just being a pest everywhere he needs to be.
He's everywhere.
Finding the puck.
Yep. He's everywhere on the ice. Big win. All the way back to the Devils' blue line. That puck rolls. And it's just tapped up. And Welcome collects that puck. Can't make a good pass, though. And the Devils march it out. Lang with it over the blue line. And it's turned up to Freer. Freer, he sees Welcome up late. Hopkins.
Post. That hit the pipe.
Post. Welcome clanks one off the post. And Matt Kintosh with it on behind the net. Shot. Great save.
Oh, what great defense there. Keo Cope lifted the stick at the right time.
Welcome had nothing but open net, and it was deflected high. Fantastic work by the Stampede to get it in, but even better defensive work by the Canterbury Red Devils.
And that's Keo Cope's going to go chase that one down, but that's the first time I've seen the Red Devils frustrated. Malinsky decided to actually just take the shot right at the blue line. And you can tell there's some frustration as the Stampede have done a great job at neutral. And that's icing.
Icing's the call with only, 41 seconds left, 41.6 seconds left in the first period. Frosty evening here in Queenstown. Had a glorious day. I don't know why planes weren't flying. Christchurch, it was a nice day.
Oh, it was wonderful. It was, like you said, the rubber band was broken. It was a mechanical issue. That old chestnut. Burns on the point. Shot. And again, Carey, you're going to have to work harder than that to get past Carey tonight. 37 seconds. Yeah, good low shot by Burns, but Carey there just wasn't anybody in front of it, so Carey was able to glove it.
Yeah, I think Burns was hoping for some sort of a tap or something.
Absolutely.
Devlin facing off for the Stampede, but it's turned over by Eaton. Over the blue line, marches, bad, dangerous guy to leave open there. Carries it all the way down, but it's off a pad, and Dylan Devlin carries. He's got centering.
And got in their own way there.
McCoggs just couldn't pull the trigger on that. Turned over. A few whiffs on that.
Yeah, there's been several tonight.
Both teams. Burns picks it up, and that'll be it for the first period.
Burns, Harrison, and Brown all whiffing in that first period. It's something on the ice. I don't know, but something in the air is
Something in the
preventing
air.
it from
Yeah.
being clean. So.
What an exciting game. 1-0 here for the SkyCity Stampede. It's a pretty big bag of marbles they're playing for tonight for the Stampede to march ahead, lock in that first place home playoff. But we still got two more periods of hockey tonight and 3 tomorrow night. Busy. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back shortly with the second period. I guess we're back here early in the second period.
Yeah, so early it hasn't started yet.
That's right. Devils have stepped on the ice. Ready, anticipating this second period, necessary for them to dig it back out. All those niggles that they had sitting in a car for 2 hours, and all that's got to be washed away and playing hockey. Both teams having great opportunities, Jeff.
Dave, if you'd have told me at the beginning of the game that they'd be down 1-0 and played as well as they did, I'd have taken that any time, because that has been, I was really afraid that after all those travel issues and delays and so forth, that's every excuse for that team to come out and just get fired on and give up a lead and have to fight back quite a bit. 1-0 is not that bad, and they've played well enough that it's just a matter of burying a couple of shots. And there's actually a case to be made that the Red Devils may have even played a little better than the Stampede in that first period.
Both teams
fairly even, though.
Both teams having great opportunities. Goaltending, that carry. Tim just pulling a few great saves, which maintains momentum for the Canterbury Red Devils.
Yeah, Carey with a good game. Hasselman hasn't been tripped up yet, so we'll see what happens in the second period.
Lang facing off against Devlin. Here, Button dropping the puck. Not happy. Squaring them off again. It's like mother making sure they're sitting up straight before they get to dinner. Amston off the boards. Harrison, good shot, good save. Kept in by McCog. McCog leaves to the corner for Harrison. And it's fumbled around and rolls off into the corner. Cleared up off of a skate. And Lang bumped into the boards where Carey takes that shot. It seemed to come off a stick, but it was a great shot straight on Hasselman's pads.
Lang has a fantastic wrist shot, and as he got that puck from Lang, who gave up the body on that and gave him an excellent pass, he had a quick wrist opportunity, and Hasselman was up for it, but good chance for the Devils. Face
off deep in SkyCity zone, left of Hasselman. Puck drop, flicked up. And Solo can't get it out. And he has it in the corner. Saucers it to neutral zone. McCog carries to the red line. Lost it, but it ends up being tapped all the way down behind the net on the Canterbury side. Or McIntosh kind of robs it off. I'm not sure if that was Brown or...
Yeah, that was Sean Brown in that one.
Right in front of the net. Had there been another Stampede, that would have been a different look. Freer over the blue line, fires it in behind the net. Brown picks that up, looking for someone to pass to. Off the boards, big lead pass. Too much pepper on that, too spicy.
So for an early start here, minute 20 off the clock, no real momentum or anything yet. You just have to be aware, obviously short changes, the bench is on the other side. And so far, again, the longer the Red Devils can keep the Stampede from kind of getting their rhythm, the more opportunity and chance the Red Devils have to make something of this game.
All right, Burns can't keep it in, skates to the neutral zone, hits Sulfur, bumped off the puck, and gathered up wisely by Carey as he had Rusky Jones rushing in on him.
So a couple of changes here. The Dallimore line out for the Red Devils, but True sitting on this point here, looking awfully dangerous with this setup.
Back to True. True shot. It's Sulfur in the leg and then fires it around back. Might owe Sulfur a beverage at the end of that game. Sulfur still has it. Back to True. Sulfur feeding it up to Low. Low on the blue line. Leaves for kick-up. And they can't control it where Burns picks it up behind his net and feeds True. Walcom taps it and goes for a line change. Lowe can't control it in the corner. Ruska Jones. Sofer. To the blue line and out, where True has to collect it near the red line. Lots of toing and throwing where Brown picks it up. Over the red line, saucers it in high off the glass, giving the boys a chance on the Devils team to change. Big hit on Devlin. And it rolls behind the net. Devlin trying to muscle his way through that. But
yeah, that shot from the point getting deflected by Carey and just goes out of play, getting a face-off in that zone.
that was McCog giving a push along the boards there after Devlin took a hit. McCog tries to lay one, but not quite perfect. Face off to the left, to the right. No, to the left. Of Carey.
It all depends on how you
look at it, yeah. Who's looking at it? The Canadian left. All right, in the corner. Puck bounces off the net. Yeah, you talk about, this is for those just watching hockey in the beginning stages, understanding that with the swap over of side of ends, they call this the long shift. The players have to work hard to stay on side when they shift, and also when they do a line change, and also it's hard to get to your bench at times.
And that's because the location of the bench stays the same, but they switch sides.
All right, Amston with it to the neutral zone. Brown gives chase as it rolls into his zone. Carey picks that up on his own blue line. Malinsky leaves for Carey. Carey shot off of a body. Great body save, but puck bounces. Couldn't get picked up by, and Connor Harrison steps past Brown. Can't center. And it rolls behind the net where Brown picks it up. And Lang has it on the red line. Lang feeds Carey. Carey bumped off the puck on the blue line. And Lang gets that big feed pass to Walcom, who was playing that little game.
Yeah, Walcom negates the icing. He's trying to slam it home 4 times.
Carey just holding tight to that post. Man, he was swinging pretty hard.
Yeah, that'll pad your shooting stats.
Yeah. And your saves, yeah. Kept in, but no. And it rolls out. Lang. Puck in legs and sticks and arms at the moment. Tangle up, and Walcom ends up with it in the Canterbury zone. Freer picks it up on the blue line. That's Lockie Freer. Fires it around to McIntosh. McIntosh, dangerous spot there where he feeds Walcom behind the net. Walcom spins. And we've got a tripping penalty on Nichols.
Yeah, Nichols trying to make a play on the puck, but the way that the
McIntosh
was kind of leaning back, which caused him to lose his balance, and that's going to get called every time.
Yeah, unfortunate. Not intentional by any means, but it does happen. So we've had a penalty against the Stampede in the last period, and right now we have a penalty against the Canterbury, which good test for the power play of the Stampede.
Yeah, the first time the Devils have gone a man down. The Stampede getting a chance here.
And there's Eden, collects it on the blue line, just pokes it down behind the net. Walcom gives chase in the corner. Leaves for Solo. Cross to Burns, who feeds McIntosh along the boards. Centering. Walcom picks it up close boards. Carries to the corner. Behind the net. Burns with it. Burns carries to the corner. Trying to set something up. Solo. Burns. Cross ice. Missing his man. Great chance there again. Eden dumps it down. Or kind of pressuring. Keeping them honest. As Burns. Solo. Freer. Shot. Narrow angle. Walcom off the point. Freer whiffs on it. Another one. That's twice Lockie Freer kind of just doesn't quite get all the meat on that puck.
And in that case, the Stampede just really having a hard time organizing in the power play. They're able to come into the zone, but they're getting upended by kind of an expanded penalty kill as the Red Devils keep going out to the boards. We'll see if that continues.
Yeah, a little bit of extra pressure there. But that gave the Red Devils a great opportunity for a line change. Second period line changes are hard when you're deep in your own zone. Amston with it along the boards. Leaves for Harrison. Back to the point. Harrison turns, shot, blocked easily before it even gets to the net. And back behind the net for Devlin. Devlin behind the net against centers. Puck left in front. And pushed all the way out to the red line for Amston. And once again, just tapped out to the red line. Amston marches in. Amston takes a shot. Carey gets a piece of that.
That clears the penalty.
Kills that penalty, which is a big, big morale boost for the Devils. And Stampede keeping it, trying to keep it in, but Malinsky fighting to push it out. Puck rolling around on the blue line, and Malinsky has it on the red line. Marches it over the blue line. Dogged by True, but he gets the pass away. Delamore takes a great shot, just wide, and it's fired all the way down the ice. And icing is the call.
This is going to be an interesting phase of play for the Red Devils, as it's going to require True and Amston and Soffer to stay out on the ice, as they basically burned lines 2 and 3 during the penalty kill, and they're going to put their top line back out for this shift against a tired Stampede team.
Let's see how it goes. Malinsky rails it around behind the net, tries the wraparound, was back to the point. Shot, great. Good clutter in front, but Hasselman gobbles that up. But that was important for Hasselman to glove that, giving the boys a chance for fresh horses.
Yeah, and that that really was for Hasselman the best play he could have had. That shot coming in was a pretty good one, but gloving it and stopping things, great chance for the Stampede to clear things out here.
Puck batted down as it rolls over the blue line, and it's on the red line. Rusky Jones dogging Lang, but Lang clears it up to Malinsky, but it's lost to Sofer. Solo to Sofer. Sofer battling for it against
that's a
Nichols.
penalty coming up against Sofer on Nichols if it was seen.
And there's Sofer with it over the red line, fires it in. Rusky Jones gives chase, and Nichols pushes him up against the boards. Solo can't keep that in, and Lang's chasing him. Cross ice to Burns, carries on him. Freer can't get it over the blue line. Lang picks it up. Carey tries to feed Lang, but Lang wasn't there. Big lead pass. It got Walcom and Freer. Amazing work by Carey.
Tim Carey keeping that in his gear, sliding all the way across the crease in what was really a missed shift change by the Red Devils. They completely goofed, left 2 players over on that other side. And to get back to the non-penalty penalty that I saw, what ended up happening, I saw one of the linesmen raise his arms for a penalty, who's often a referee himself, but of course he can't call it because he's not the referee, and the referee didn't see it. So the high stick in the face of Dan Nichols, they get away with one there for the Stampede.
Feet to the corner. Walcom can't collect it. Huge work by
Pospisil there. Great work.
So McCog giving chase. Or Walcom giving chase. Freer feeds Freer and just dumps it in. McIntosh rails it behind the net for
friendly bounce there. Right off a kick plate and came in front.
Well, cross to True. Shot. Puck in front. Shot. Oh. Lockie Freer had carried down and couldn't pop it up or shot wide. And Devils are just scrambling a bit at the moment, but their Carey's keeping him in. And Eden with it now. Eden still has it. He feeds Rees. Low over the blue line. Rowe. And True knocks him off the puck. Colin McIntosh with it. Puck on the blue line. And it's turned around by the Devils. Delimore shot.
Well, that was deflected going in.
And again,
Hassman with a great save there.
Devils having a chance. Hopkins from the point, shooting wide. Keeping it in. Lockie Freer is going to have to come off without a helmet. He can't play. Hopkins.
Had to let that go. He was offside.
And yes, so Truth trying to feed Connor Harrison, but icing is the call. Wow, what a flurry of both ends happening, but kind of missed opportunities.
Oh yeah, of course, but it's a game of how many opportunities can you put together there. In the case of the Red Devils, they get away with one because I think it, like you said, Lachlan Freer could not get anything on that shot, had Carey out of place. Because of that, they missed probably their best chance in the second period, and then the Red Devils just not able to bury one, but they're getting close. It's really an up-in-the-air game here.
Puck in the corner. Now behind the net. Devils can't control it, and it's turned over by Harrison over the red line. He's got McCog marching in, trying to do it all the heavy lifting himself. He had McCog drifting in the slot, and Brown.
That's an interference call coming up against the Stampede. 6-on-5 at the moment as the goal is empty, but the touch up there by Dylan Devlin.
Start this penalty kill power play procedure. Big shout out. I know Bex, you're probably watching, and Tony curled up nicely on a Barker lounger with a beverage and a popcorn or a pizza. I'm jealous. It's a little bit cool up here in the skybox. Railing it around, chewing up time of that penalty. McCog gave chase. Lang in the corner. Devlin gives chase there. And turned upfield by Malinsky. Big lead pass to the blue line for Ball. Big centering pass again. And a shot, and luckily cleared. There was Red Devils all over that puck, but cleared out. Good save by Hasselman there.
And the Red Devils have an opportunity here if they can move it quickly. They had a couple of forecheckers up front, but it looks like they've all come back for the Stampede now.
Puck rolls to Reese, but he can't keep tabs on it, and it bounces up and out to the red line, where Malinsky picks it up. And Amson gets a piece of it and just fires it down. Lang boogies over the red line. He's got some jets on. Slams on the brakes. At the blue line. Drags it along the boards. Back to Orr. Orr fakes a shot. Lang with it again on the blue line. Sofer challenging him.
Fantastic move by Lang. You saw him kind of fake a shot. Got his defender on the ground.
Yeah, Sofer dropped to his knees.
Sure did.
Malinsky barges it in over the blue line, feeds.
Pospisil.
Shot.
Boy, that was one
batted
flipping
forward.
Around.
Yes, batted forward. Good save by, must be 6 seconds left in this penalty, so Lang back to the point and gobbled up shot from Nichols from the point.
Yeah, as Freer was coming back out, Nichols' shot from the blue line there actually was deflected by Orr, but it kind of went closer to Freer right in the gear, so it ends up not really bothering Hasselman very much, as he's looking a little gassed out there. A lot of shots coming his way recently.
Face off to the left of Hasselman. 5-on-5 at the moment. Mitchell Freer off the boards to Walcom at the red line. Walcom over the blue line. Does some pretty fancy stuff there. Marches it, scores. It's a one-man show. Jeff Walcom, Dad, I guess that was for you. Dave in Georgia, hope you like that one. That was kind of fancy.
Yeah, Walcom getting a great skate in, and he got Daniel Monk just kind of twisted around in the wrong spot. And as the defender, Monk, goes and gets pulled into the boards, he walks back out. He gets a good, kind of a good shooting position and puts it away.
Yeah, he's got a great quick shot. Yeah, he's got a lot of smoke and mirrors going on. He drops his shoulder and makes it look like he's going one way, and works. He's an amazing skater. Shot in front, and McIntosh still can't get a piece of it in front of the net. Quick turnaround, and back to McIntosh behind the net and tangled up in the referee's skates. It's tapped up and finally fed out where Orr can't quite catch it. Eden has it now. Eden shot just wide. McIntosh cross to Walcom, can't collect it. And Nickel just spins it back into the red line. True with it, feeding up. And McIntosh over the blue line. McIntosh sent beautifully. And Freer knocked off again his helmet. And Aiden feeds Orr back to Eden. Tangled up in front, I think.
Good
a little
block.
bit of tangle.
It's another fantastic save by Hasselman in that case. And they get an icing out of it.
Lucky Freer's helmet's getting more ice time than he is.
You know, they have straps for those things.
Yeah, you'd think. Snaps.
Yep. And the helmet goes off into the bench.
Yeah.
The Red Devils able to get a change here. There was some time on the ice here. This is going to be a big return. The Red Devils really need to not let this get out of hand at 2-0.
No, they need the next goal, don't they? Big forward pass by Devlin. Harrison shot high and wide. Keeping it in with Solo. Just puck bounces off of Carey. Great save. He gobbles that up. Just slows it down. Those bouncing pucks are dangerous.
They are. Carey was smart to play that there, but that wouldn't have counted anyways. There was a high stick coming in.
Yeah.
So, but nonetheless, it's still not easy to handle, and Carey gloving that gives everybody a moment to take a breath.
Puck drop to the right of Carey. From behind the net, Walensky handles that puck with Solo harassing him. And it's fired back in to the corner where Devlin gives chase. He's got Harrison with him. And along with him is McCog. But it's turned out by Lang. Lang to the red line. Carey loses it on the boards and big flick up all the way back down the ice. But icing will be the call.
Just barely.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted that much pepper on it. Just enough to get it out of the zone and maybe let McCog give chase or Hurley give chase. Yeah, you're right. 2-0. Still a doable
close.
game, but
yeah.
Believe it or not, there's only 4 minutes left. 4 minutes, 16 seconds left in the second period. Such a fast period. Maybe they're trying to make up for the time lost. Solo.
He is going to go for icing there. So It was something I noticed here that was very interesting about the Stampede players and their coaching in this afternoon's contest. Watching the defensemen of the Red Devils try to pass out of there, they're jumping passes. You can tell that whether they're being telegraphed or not, I'm not sure, but I can tell that the forwards are jumping on pucks that otherwise are a risk.
A quick shot there.
You know, you don't want to risk, Roby with a shot there. You don't want to be giving up man advantages coming down the ice, so it's a dangerous play for a forward to jump into a passing lane like that if they don't get it, but they've been successful a lot this second period. 4 or 5 of them just jumping in front of defensive outlet passes.
Rusky Jones can't control that. Shot. Hamston pushes it wide. Solo along the boards. Hurley along in the corner. Rusky Jones behind the net. Canterbury struggling to get possession in their own zone. Back to the point. Tap to the corner. And Solo collects it. Jeff Solo bounced off the boards, knocked down. And finally Canterbury march it up. And Delamore can't collect that.
Yeah, that went between his skates, so no icing there. It goes back to Nichols.
Brown feeds beautifully. Delamore. Oh no, sorry.
That's Hayden Bull.
The Bull. It's along the far boards. Or Jones, Rusky Jones. It's Hurley. Takes it to the corner. Hurley centers. The only stick there was
Sean Brown.
Brown. True with it in the corner. He feeds Walcom. Walcom. Freer can't control it. Where Nichols picks it up behind the net. Wow.
I think that linesman basically kicked that one in the zone for him.
Pretty much.
Huh.
Nichols from behind the net. Brown. And it back to Nichols again in the corner.
That's another one telegraphed right there.
Shot. Puck bounces in front and beautifully gathered up as McIntosh was trying to figure out a way in which he could get that stick on the puck.
Yeah, that was a really good example. You're exactly right. You're trying to get a shot off there, but you've got 3 forecheckers just picking their lanes and choosing what spot they want to be in order to try to intercept the puck. They got another one.
Yeah, good knockdown. I don't know. He's knocking a puck out of the air. It's not. Oh, that beautiful shot. Welcome.
Penalty coming up here.
And cross check.
Nick Lang.
Lang unhappy.
Well, Lang's making the point that he got his helmet taken off and somehow he's getting called for the penalty. So while I won't necessarily advocate one way or the other on this, he's got a point sometimes. You know, you lose your hat, usually you're not the one at fault.
All right, so it's 1 minute 40 seconds left in this second period. 2-0 for the Stampede, and they're on the 2-minute power play. Burns along the boards, feeds McIntosh. Back to Solo. Jeff takes a shot, deflected into the timber.
Yeah, Jacob Carey getting his stick in the shooting lane, and that goes straight up into the roof. There's got to be a lot of holes in this roof, I would imagine.
I don't know if they're holes, but lots of bruises, that's for sure. They drag out the white paint every night and fix them up. Back to the point. Solo marches into the middle, feeds McIntosh. Back behind the net for Burns. Burns rails it along the boards. Can't feed Solo. And it's moved up by Canterbury. Chance shot. Whoa!
That's
clanker.
the post.
Yeah, off of a glove and off the post. Law with it. Shot, just a nice soft shot in front, looking for a deflection there as Freer marches it over the blue line. He's got Walcom marching in, being muscled around in front of the net. McIntosh in there with Malinsky. And it finally rolls behind the net. And back to the point for Solo. Solo back to McIntosh. Jeff Solo shot off the shoulder. And a good save and an even better cover-up from that shot from Solo through a whole bunch of bodies.
Yeah, a lot of physical play by the Stampede there, trying to get more traffic in front and try to get an obstructed shot against Carey. But so far, that hasn't worked out. It's all been just skill shots that have gotten past Carey so far.
39 seconds left in the period and 50-some seconds left in the penalty. So that'll drag over into the third period.
Yeah, welcome shot there, again deflected or getting a stick in going up and out of play.
Great defensive work by Canterbury, killing that penalty, or so far killing the penalty.
Yeah,
back to Walcom, Walcom across Solo. Solo carries in along the boards. He's got Walcom, little saucer across the Walcom, across to McIntosh. Shot blocked before it gets to Curie. Cross ice to Walcom centering, and again, beautiful play interrupted and tossed all the way down the ice where it's only 6 seconds left. So this will wind up the second shot.
Yeah, that was after the buzzer.
Yeah, well, Walcom walks in. Well, here's how it works: 2-0 at the end of the second period. Stampede ahead, one more period to play, and yeah, it's not a big distance. Canterbury can pull this back.
Yeah, really this comes down to Hasselman being this game. The Red Devils need to close out and actually make some goals, some actual points on the board, which has been one of the problems that they've had in certain games, whereas the Stampede have been slow and steady and scored and done what they need to do to have that 2-goal lead. But if they don't pick it up, they do run that risk in the third period that if the Red Devils do catch fire, and they have been known to do that, this will be a really close game.
Yeah, we're going to see. Anyway, we're going to have a little break, and we'll get back to you shortly. I'm Dave Dubman.
And I'm Matt Chavez. We'll see you in the third period.
All right, we're back here, third period of an outstanding game here in Hockey Town, Queenstown. Battle between the Canterbury Red Devils and the SkyCity Stampede. 2-0 to the Devils. Matt Chavez, what's your take on that second period?
Well, it's been an interesting game in the sense that it's been fairly even, but once again, welcome from McIntosh. It's the exact same thing as what happened in the first period. Welcome from McIntosh. And that's the 2 goals that we have so far in this afternoon's contest, or this evening's contest, now that it's as late as it is. 2-0 the score, of course, but it's really going to come down to whether or not Hasselman can be broken by the Red Devils, because the Stampede have been consistent, but haven't been driving any goals in frequency, or shots in frequency, so I don't expect them to score a lot more. The real question is whether the Devils can break out, and they've had a 6-goal period recently. It can be done, but if Hasselman stands his ground here, it's going to be an MVP performance by Hasselman tonight. I really think, and I was just talking about this between the periods, I really think whoever scores the next goal is going to be in a really good position. Even though they're down 2, if the Red Devils score, they've got a real shot to pull this one off. If the Stampede score next and make it 3-0, then you can kind of see that the Red Devils might put their heads down and say, let's call it in for tomorrow. But that makes this period all that much more interesting. Again, a tight game and a real chance for the Red Devils or the Stampede to figure things out and get that home ice advantage in the playoffs.
Hockey's a game of momentum, and it's little things that create momentum. A goal will create more goals. A penalty will lift the spirit of a team. Sorry, penalty against, or even a penalty kill. A good penalty kill will lift the momentum of the defending team. So there's all sorts of things that'll be happening here. Yeah, and like you said, the first few minutes, somebody was going to want to stamp one in.
And that's going to be key here. Remember, it is 20 seconds left on the Joel Keokuk penalty, so it'll be a power play for the Stampede for the start of the third period, and we'll see how they decide to play this one. If they just go after it here or just kill the 20 seconds.
Yeah. Canterbury will want to stay out of the box. Well, both teams will want to stay out of the box. Canterbury will want to get Keokuk out of the box. And big lead pass, cross ice to Burns. Burns feeds McIntosh. McIntosh can't control that, and Carey robs him and fires it down the ice. Hasselman leaves her.
And that clears the penalty. Lang out this time. It was on the, actually had the stats on the wrong guy. It wasn't Keokuk, it was Lang, because it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Lang that got his head taken off and got called for the cross check.
Yeah, we'll have to play that back and actually have a close look at that.
Yeah, absolutely. But it was Keokuk that was put in on the stats, 26 for 28, so I think that was just a miss there. The right person served the penalty, we'll say that. They didn't just stuff the wrong guy in the box. That's good. Back to 5-on-5.
Face off to the left of Hasselman. Big lead, and it'll be icing quickly again.
Interestingly, they only put one person on the dash for the Red Devils and kept 3 on the blue line, kind of hoping that they were going to get a drawback. We'll see if they continue to do that. It doesn't look like it. Looks like they're going to put 2 on the dash here with Malinsky and Jacob surrounding Lang.
McIntosh up against Lang for that face-off. Welcome over the red line. Tries to dance past one of the Devils, but he can't. I got all lost in that boondoggle.
Yeah, the Stampede getting that third goal as it was just left in the crease, and I think Carey just moved away from it, thought he had it, but that puck was loose. And you also had, I think it was Josh Lowe didn't even have his sticks. He couldn't get involved in that as a defenseman. And that is a big goal for the SkyCity Stampede to make it 3-0.
Just bounces it ahead a bit. All momentum was looking like it was rolling around behind the net, going to roll behind the net. And then at the last second, crowd formed on that, off that post. banging at it and got it in. So that makes it 3-0.
And just as I was talking about in the opener to the third period, this is a big goal here. It is early enough that the Red Devils could come back and figure this out, but we'll see how the next couple of minutes go here.
Nichols taking a great glass shot off the glass, which almost collected Aaron Chisholm, linesman. And Harrison in the corner with it. Marches it behind the net. McCog being harassed in front of the net. Shot taken and batting up and out, where Orr carries over the blue line. Amston and Orr go to the corner, and through a stick lift it slides all the way back into Canterbury zone. Miscommunication there on that pass, forcing the icing.
Yeah, now luckily the Red Devils had just made a change, so this shouldn't be too harmful, but yeah, definitely miscommunication in how that was passed, and a couple of players asking if there was a chance to play it, but I guess not. And they'll be changing forwards here immediately as soon as they get the puck.
Rusky Jones facing off against Orr. It's kept in by Solo. Roby. Sofer. And Delamore robs him. But still kept in. Fired back in behind the net. Monk gives chase. Monk. And Rusky Jones bangs it around all the way around to Roby on the far boards. Roby still has it. And Rusky Jones, or Sofer, picks that up. And it's just bouncing everywhere, but not in Canterbury's favor. Landing on the puck is True. And finally, pass up to Delamore over the blue line. Delamore centering it, but nothing in that. And
Solo with a great defensive play there.
Stick lift, and now it's in the Canterbury zone. Carey has it in the corner, rails it up and all the way around. We're giving chase, and icing is the call.
Yeah, Josh trying to get it to his brother Harry Lowe there and just couldn't quite connect it. The extended play in the Canterbury defensive zone has been very harmful to them to start this period, and it's really showing. Stampede are making their mark on this period thus far.
McIntosh, he's got Walcom and Burns there. Walcom cross ice to Amston. Amston's got a rolling puck shot. Big open net there, but no one there to collect it, and it's batted out. And finally tapped up into Stampede area where Burns collects it. Walcom.
That's a penalty coming up.
And
I'm not sure. They were just stop and play when the Stampede touched it, so maybe this is a charging call. I'm not sure. This is an odd one, really.
We'll just 2 minutes boarding.
So for not making much contact there, that's going to be another penalty.
Yeah, it was.
It's going to be against the Stampede here. Is
that
right? Yep. So, yeah, they got away with that one. I think it was more of a kind of taking the body away from the puck there, but I think the Red Devils got a little lucky on that one. We'll see. Maybe I'll watch that back and say, oh yeah, but
Malinsky keeping it in along the boards. Carrying it to the corner now. Stampede. Big press for a penalty kill. And the puck rolls back to Malinsky on the point. He's being harassed by McIntosh. And McIntosh wins that and taps it out, forcing Malinsky out on the red line. It's fired in and around, where Hasselman's knocked over.
That is a great defensive play with Hasselman out of the net.
Amston took one there for Hasselman. He'll owe him a beverage after that. Hasselman caught behind the net, tripped, knocked over, and great defensive work, like you said. Marching it in, but off of a skate, a shot, bounces off another skate, off a Devlin's skate, and Solo marches it over the blue line. Nichols turns that around, straight onto Freer's stick, and Harrison can't collect it on the red line. But he ends up with it and just fires it in. 36 seconds left in the penalty as Canterbury try to march it out. Devlin pressing on Brown, but marches it out. He's knocked off the puck where Harrison chases all the way down the ice, chewing up valuable power play time, trapping the... He's got two of the Devils against him. No. Marching it up. Brown. Sean rails it around to the far boards. And I think that's it for that penalty. So Hurley gives chase. Hurley picks it up, muscled into the boards nicely by Rees. Both of them go down a bit. And Canterbury turns it around where Freer picks it up on the blue line. Can't control it. Just off a skate there. Canterbury's marching it in. Again off a skate before the shot makes it to the net. Rees shot just wide. A bit of pressure now. It's kind of funny, they seem to have more pressure now than they did during their power play. Just seem to be getting a little bit more gelling happening. Sofer with it over the blue line. Sofer. This is while the Stampede change. And Hurley picks up a loose puck on the blue line. Rees rails it around. True picks that up for the Stampede. And nobody collects that, and it rolls to the red line where Canterbury has a chance. Shot off her ankle, and Dallymore takes another shot. Two for the price of one. Puck rolling around in front, dangerously in front. Just could not get a piece of it. And Amston takes a narrow shot after muscling it all the way through. True rails it up to McIntosh, who's muscled off the puck just, but collects it, holds, puck's in front, shot, scores! Finally, Lockie Freer sinks it. McIntosh dancing with the puck out in the side, and finally takes a shot. Great save by Carey, but a loose puck in front, and Carey out of position. Lockie Freer sinks it.
Yeah, it was started from a while back. Actually, there was an open ice hit at the end of the power play. Harrison against Pospisil right out in the middle of the ice. That really killed the rest of the power play and set everything up in motion for that play where you had a 4-on-3. The Stampede taking advantage of what was a rebound and a second shot, making it 4-0.
Puck dropped. It's in the Stampede zone where Freer caught in his feet and just gets it out, but Carey turns it around quickly. Can't quite control it. Backhand pass, no one there to collect it. And McIntosh hits Walcom, who hits Freer. McIntosh beaver tailing. Walcom.
What
I don't know where that went.
That must have missed because Carey was all over that
He was inside the net.
I think it actually went behind the net. I think it was a miss.
And here's Walcom. Walcom shot again. Puck rolls all the way back to the red line where Burns is forced to chase it into his own zone. Railed up against the boards by Carey. Behind the net. Canterbury controlling in the Stampede zone. Back to Reese on the point. And Harrison bumped off the puck, but McCog picks that up. McCog can't center. Off a skate.
Harrison took a punch there, and he's going to get a fight. He's trying.
Goaltender
jumping in there. Yep,
there's a little bit going on here.
There's a lot going on there, and that'll
be Carey going.
Yeah, and some others. But
And McCog.
Yeah, that's a pretty hefty fight there. So you had Harrison taking a shot at Jacob Carey, one of the hot prospects in the country. You saw Tim Carey come out of the net and come after
your brother,
and
not
save
liking
him from getting any kind of a ban or fighting penalty. And somebody will serve for Tim Carey in that case. But that started when Harrison dragged down Jacob Carey and then punched him while he was on the ground. So that's it'll be interesting to see how this is adjudicated, because
the good thing is the referee was right there. He saw the entire action, all of it happening.
And if we're not careful, I can probably read his notebook from here where we're at.
We'll just need a magnifying glass. Well, my eyes couldn't do that. So we'll just unpick that.
Yeah, we'll unpick it. I think they need to have a conversation first, but that is a
big changer. Change the momentum of a game, that's for sure. With 11 minutes, 30 seconds left, 4-0.
Yeah, it was honestly, it was unnecessary. I think something got under the skin of Harrison, given he's had a decent game. He's played well, but something bothered him to the point that he took action on it. And I'm actually quite surprised. Like, Jacob Carey could have been in a different position there, and to see Tim come over and take a
swipe, he wasn't impressed.
No, he wasn't at all. And
while they were ironing it out, big thanks. Just reminding everybody that this entire league runs on volunteers, from the people at the gate taking the tickets all the way through the people that are seating the spectators, and a whole bunch of all the running around underneath all of this. In fact, even Matt and I. And big thanks to Sam and Joel, all doing the work so that you can watch this game tonight. So big thanks to all our volunteers. And if you're interested in hockey at all, you don't have to play. You can come out and help out at any level. Just drop into your local rink and say, I'm here to help. What can I do? I'm sure they'll gobble you up for and you'll learn to love it just like us. All right.
Well, I can see McCart is already in the box over here, but I don't know what's going to happen after that. We're still sorting that out. The referee and the two linesmen are together kind of sorting out who's going to go. We know that there's going to be several penalties after this. I know Harrison's going, and I know Tim Carey will get
a bit of
some sort of a misconduct on that.
Right. We also have some more hockey this weekend, interestingly enough. Tomorrow we have the battle of the NZIHL Women's League, and that's in Dunedin. 2 days of hockey. Canterbury, Auckland, Dunedin, and Queenstown. They converge there. A couple games and a big battle for the cup. Over the
Dave,
weekend.
the Wakatipu Wild were the 1 seed, is that correct?
Yes, 1 seed, yes.
Okay, and that means they'll be playing
the Canterbury Infernos at 3:30 tomorrow. So, watch this space. Some exciting women's hockey.
And we know you're going to go do some coaching down there.
Yeah, I'm helping. I help Colin McIntosh with the women's. So we'll be traveling down tomorrow morning with the ladies, and we'll have to strap on their skates in a couple good games. So it's a busy weekend of hockey for everybody involved.
It is indeed. Good luck in your games.
Thank you.
Weekend.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to some great hockey. Great to catch up. Great to see some, hockey's hockey. I love hockey.
And Joel and I will be calling tomorrow's game. That'll be interesting as we get to bring down the curtain on the regular season here. See how this all ends. With no surprise whatsoever, Harrison's over here in the penalty box. I can see him on this side.
So the captains, Mitchell Freer.
Yeah.
And
that's Anton Perver.
Perver will be, they're just getting the explanation from the referee. The other thing interesting that you can notice, if you guys got a good shot of that, is the camera on the helmet of the referee, which he, would that be a GoPro, I guess, of some sort, where he's filming all of this. So he'll be reviewing all of it as well, because
Yeah, they after the games, that's what goes to the league for any kind of disciplinary stuff such as this.
There's another interesting sort of dynamic to this. Huge refresh for the boys. Like, I'm not counting how long, but I'm thinking minutes of rest at a critical time halfway through a period, a third period. What a critical time to get a big breather for both teams.
Yeah, the only way this really changes here, I think, is if there's an additional major penalty called on the Stampede here. If it comes out to be kind of an even match, then we'll see how that breaks out. Do we have somebody ejected there, or what are we?
We'll see them skate out. If they're ejected, they'll be escorted.
Okay. Yeah, I could see a misconduct or whatnot, but we'll see how this goes. Just some discussion downstairs. We're not far from it. In fact, our location pretty much is between the benches, right above everybody. It just can't quite hear what anybody's saying because we're about 3 meters above everybody.
Have a close look at Mr. Buttons. He's obviously doing some thinking and some work because he's a little bit sweated up on the visor.
So that's a big deal here. You'll see the camera.
And McCog.
That is.
Those are the second men in of that little wrestling match.
Yeah, but it's.
So Kerry's been.
Game misconduct, I'm sure.
McCog and Kerry.
Well, that's a big deal for the Red Devils, obviously, because that means that Dan Reason will be in the net for the remainder of the game here.
Yeah, and possibly how this will unravel with the unraveling of how long these suspensions are. Yeah,
there's actually it also matters if the suspensions that carry over for the playoffs for the Stampede, that can have an effect on how the playoffs play out.
So Leopard's in the box over here for Canterbury. Leopard.
Oh, yeah.
Leopard.
So Finn Leopard's going to serve any of Tim Carey's time there because I'm sure he got something.
As well as
his misconduct.
Being asked to vacate.
Well, I think it was more than an ask. I think it was more than suggested.
So he didn't have immunity and he got voted off.
He's gone. Yeah, that's right. What do they say?
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go directly to the change room.
I think it's turn in your torch or pack your knives or whatever they say.
That's right.
I don't know.
Your time on the island
is over.
On Ice Island is your time on Ice Island is over.
All right, so
let's see. 4 and 4? Nope. 5 on. Dun dun dun.
Well, there's nothing on the board yet officially. Waiting to see. You can hear them announcing penalties.
Unfortunately, all I hear is rattling. So,
yeah, you can't really make out what they're saying, that's for sure.
So joining in the box is Rees. Joining Leopard in the box is Rees. And how many are in the Stampede box?
You just have Harrison over there. McCart's not
right.
in there anymore.
McCog's gone off.
So that's just Harrison, who was the initial instigator of the whole thing. So he's in the box on this side, but has not been thrown out.
And time has not been put on the penalty box, on the penalty
on the scoreboard. Yeah, that's still nothing. So it's still, this is honestly, this is a long time to sort this out.
This is the longest time I've had to talk without a whistle.
Yeah, you don't get a break on this one. So, yeah, this.
I don't know. Sam, I don't know what that answer is.
Sam.
Yeah, we don't know. We'll let you know as soon as we find out. Nothing's on the board.
There is now 5 minutes against the Red Devils. I imagine that's going to be what Finn Leopard's serving.
91.
Well, that's Tim Carey's number.
So, yeah.
So it'll be carry on for the major.
A lot of work for the penalty box judges. They have to get this right, making sure they release the right player on the ice at the right time. It's quite complicated.
And that is Mason Reese leaving the ice as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
A couple of very critical players for the Devils.
As I see it right now, there's, like you said, there's a major on the board against Tim Carey. So it's going to be a 5-on-4 for 5 minutes. And I think, unbelievably to me, that's the only thing on the board. So you're going to see a 5-on-4 at this rate. Now, Jacob Carey is being asked to go off the ice.
Well,
he is going into the penalty box. You know, it's funny, I didn't really even see him participate. Harrison took a swing at him, and then he pushed back, and before Jacob Carey could do anything, Tim had come in, which is what he got the 5 minutes for. So it must be matching penalties, but they're ready to go.
So here we go.
Or they thought they were ready to go. Now they're not ready to go.
Not quite. Not quite. Yeah.
So it's 5-on-4. It's a major penalty, so you can't clear this one. And here we go. Finally back to action here.
Yeah, 11 minutes, 30 seconds left. Third period, 4-0 Stampede after the fracas in the corner.
Yeah, the real question here is not so much today, but how this carries over tomorrow and into the playoffs, if anything. It's going to be the story.
Burns rails it around the wall on the boards. Burns hits Solo on the blue line. Solo bounces it in front where Freer couldn't get a piece of it.
And Reason got his first touch. Welcome to the game, Dan Reason.
McIntosh feeds Burns. Burns tries it up. Short little try on Reason. Nothing there. Cross ice. Welcome fires it on, and Reason gobbles that up.
Yeah, right into the gear there, and a good choice by Reason to just hold on to that with all the traffic around him. But a good start to the penalty kill for the Red Devils. It's just going to be a long one, that's all. That
catch by Reason, that stop and gobble up, gave the boys a chance to change too, which was critical. So 5-on-4. Looking to chase, railing it up, but not out. Controlled by Solo in the corner. Burns has to chase it around to the far side. Loses it, and it's fired all the way down the ice. Hasselman slowing it down.
Looking at his stick.
Yeah, like it's the stick's fault. Solo across to McIntosh over the blue line. McIntosh skates. He glides in behind the net. Puck rolling. Solo takes a shot again, right on the gear. Great work. That's warming up Reason nicely.
It is
building confidence.
Yeah, it is, and that's in this case, the strategy for the Stampede's pretty clear. Wait, take a long shot, and shove two guys right in, waiting for that rebound. Because if Reason gives up any rebound, they're coming right at it.
Yeah, there'll be lots of sticks looking for it. Devlin back to Amston. Amston takes a shot. And once again, great glove save. I don't know if that was right on target, but great work by the glove for Reason.
And it's a good start, but there's still 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go on this power play. So if anything, the Stampede are going to be quite happy to just sit back and pepper Reason any chance they can. Just hold on to the puck and kill time, because the Red Devils aren't able to generate any offense this way.
Puck rolls out. Amston forced to drag it back onto his own blue line and into his zone, being dogged by Pops. And Sofer picks that up. Great work by...
Yeah, Pospisil with another good open ice hit on Sofer.
I think it was after Sofer had made the pass. And a good shot on Reason. And Reason gobbles that up. Again, each time he catches that, it builds up his confidence. For a guy that didn't start, jumped in cold, doing great. Devlin. Standing to the left of Reason. Sofer back to Amston. Amston, offside is the call. It's twice Amston's not been able to manage keeping that inside the blue line.
And that's 2 minutes gone here in this power play. 3:03 remaining on the major to Tim Carey.
Face off from the offside dot. Collected by Sofer. and muscled into the boards. Devlin picks it up. Devlin skates in, scores. He was left unmarked.
Yeah, Monk took a chance with going after him with the body. Didn't get a solid strike on him, and that let him walk right in on Reason, going over the shoulder, glove side.
So we've got a bit of a stretch now. And see, that penalty doesn't wash, so
right.
It's just going to be 5-0. 9 minutes, 24 seconds left. McIntosh.
They've still got too many guys on the ice right now because it's a major penalty.
Yeah.
They're not sure, but
yep, they're not listening.
They're not listening because they can't. Dan Nichols looking. I can't hear. Jacob Carey finally goes off the ice so they can get started.
All right. Lang tries to muscle through, can't. Nichols, and it ends up on Rusky Jones's stick over the blue line. He rails it around. McIntosh can't collect it. Burns can't collect it. Bounces onto McIntosh's stick. Shot bounces free from Rusky Jones, and moving it quickly down the ice is Lang over the blue line. Lang, he's got, who is that drifting in front? It's Malinsky. Beautiful positioning, but he couldn't make the pass. Solo, McIntosh. Back to Solo. McIntosh in the corner off his skate. Little saucer to Solo. And again, McIntosh looking for the opportunity. Look, a little bit of soccer match happening here. Puck beautifully collected in front and fired down the ice. Hasselman stops it. Solo. Wait.
And that brings it under 2 minutes on this major penalty.
Solo starts to march it up. Harrison's out. Tap 2. Solo. Centers. Scores. Walcom and Solo. Solo to Walcom.
That is a tired set of legs out on the ice.
Trapped out there.
Chase. So that's another one. That's a hat trick from Walcom if he didn't have one already. And 1:38 to go on the power play for the SkyCity Stampede. Patterson coming out as the 5th here. That'll be good to see him get some ice time.
So still 5-on-4. A very, very set of tired legs, he said. Low with it, low. Controlling in his own zone. Tapped it out to the red line. Dalamo. Oh, drags it back. Gives it to Low. J-Lo on the blue line. Feeds it back into his own zone. Trying to set something up. And firing it down. Amson gives chase all the way behind his own net where Stampede, with 1 minute left in that penalty, that Leopard's sitting out. Freer marches it in, cross ice, can't hit Devlin. He drags it behind the net though. Looking to set something up. Amston can't hit. Patterson, first skate for Patterson tonight. Shot on net, puck bounces free and can't be cleared. Great hassle by Devlin, and still kept in where Lowe drags it behind the net. And it's fed up to the red line. Shot wide. And batted back in by Bull. Hampson with it. Blue line. Hits Campbell. It's batted back down. Crowd liking that hit against the boards. I didn't quite see it. Made a bit of a rattle.
Yeah. Perver with a good hip check, and Campbell with a bit of a face wash into the mask there. But that is going to clear it. We're back to 5-on-5 action.
Rusky Jones, he's got Campbell. Rusky Jones muscles it in, tries to center. Campbell can't tap it in. Back to the point, kept in. Just And finally, Canterbury turn it up where, again, Lockie Boniface out there for his first skate as well.
Yeah, that was a shot by Finn Leopard, who's just out of the box.
And that was a huge group of young boys out there. Boniface, Campbell, Rusty Jones, all having a go.
So 2 goals scored on that major penalty, pretty much closing this one out. It's going to be an interesting finish here just to see if the shutout can be continued. Interesting that it's at center ice here. I wasn't expecting that, but either way, the Red Devils just try to crack Hasselman while they can.
Centering, Hasselman kicks it out, bounces off his pads. It came off a skate, puck in front, couldn't get collected. And it's back to the corner where Carey rolls it behind the net, tipped, just intercepted and tipped as it drifted to the slot where there's a very hungry Christchurch player was ready to tap it in. Carey firing it all the way up, right onto True's stick. True can't hit McIntosh. And Brown with it over the blue line, skates it in. Tapped off the puck where Walcombe picks it up. He's against Nichols. Nichols has got to defend this. Shot just wide. McIntosh can't pick it up.
Colin McIntosh taking a hit on
Walcombe, on Lang.
And Lang is not good for it. That is, he is just trying to get off the ice.
I honestly didn't see that. They were both going for the puck.
And that is another good hit by Jacob Carey on Harrison as he tries to return the favor. The physicality picking up quickly here, and we got to make sure it doesn't get out of hand.
Right.
Harrison taking a
shot
there.
Bouncing puck. Oh. Boy, trapped inside
That door opened up. Some rough play there.
And the referee's doing nothing about it. As Devlin's just rolling around. Harrison can't quite tap it in as he gave chase. Oh, sorry, I was distracted by Devlin being pushed around inside the...
They got in the door and they didn't stop play on that. It's very odd.
I find that odd because that's quite a dangerous situation.
But the other question is, what is Devlin doing inside the door of the Red Devils bench?
He was pushed. He was tackled inside and trying to get out, and he kept getting pushed back in.
It's odd that that's not stopped. That's a dangerous situation.
Very dangerous. But I'm not sure why he's not. I'm not sure why he didn't call something there, at least stop the play.
Yeah, something needed to be
The puck was
there.
also in that area, which, interesting. Shot from Amston.
Yeah, the physicality definitely picking up here as the score is definitely out of hand.
Yeah, a bit of frustration, I think.
Yeah,
so we're looking at just over 3 minutes left in this third period. And muscled off the puck there. As turned around by Patterson, takes a long shot and forces the cover up by a reason.
Just a lot of back and forth, but the Red Devils choosing to exact their physical revenge on things. It's just this kind of physicality might have been more beneficial in the first period, but they're just getting in off that flight. Obviously, it's not the easiest thing to do, but this is going to set up for what is a very interesting game.
It's going to be a very, very interesting game. Centering pass, and it's tapped out over the blue line.
Yeah, I would say, especially after last year's game here, when they got the traveling trophy and everything else and made the playoffs, there's no love lost between these two teams.
Back, but not out. Puck banging at it. In front, Canterbury's all over in front of the net, but they can't seem to get anything on it. And they're left where Canterbury's left to just collect it again. Here's a chance for McIntosh. Lockie, he just leaves for McIntosh, leaves for Lockie Freer, who was robbed at the last second.
Yeah, but that was all set up by a fantastic pass by Walcombe.
And offside is the call. Boy, oh boy. 2 minutes, 58 seconds left in this very, very heated game.
Dave, I think you would, if you didn't see the scoreboard right now, the last thing you would think is it's 6-0. These two teams are just playing it out hard.
Canterbury's wants to crack that combination. But Hasselman's safe. Get the vote. Carries, dumps it in behind the net. Hasselman stops it there, and Solo hits true. And carried up but not out. And it's turned around behind the net where Solo dances past a couple Canterbury players. He muscles his way up to the red line, over the blue line, centering. Puck is tipped, but worse yet, the net is knocked off its moorings.
Which is interesting because Reason came way out there. That was one of the players.
There's a tangle between the Red Devil and Stampede, and they just kept going right into the net. So, 2 minutes 25. Yeah, you're right. You wouldn't think it was that distance between the scores with the way that everybody's hustling out there.
Yeah, this feels like, somebody's 1 goal down or 2 goals down. That's it.
Yep.
6-0. This is not a 6-0 game, what I'm seeing.
Playoff hockey, I guess.
Well, yeah, it is. I mean, the Red Devils don't get the playoffs this year, so I think they're taking it as their playoffs.
Eden muscles his way past True and shot. Good save by Hasselman, as Eden's a pretty slippery fella to defend against. Intercepted by Pups. Eden sending nobody there to collect that. And it's banged up but not out again. And Hasselman just gloves that. Canterbury everywhere but in the net.
Yeah, once again, Pospisil not having just can't get it quite past Hasselman there, but some good passing. And I think that was a little quick on the call there, as it was under Orr's stick, not Hasselman's, but they got the whistle anyways because the referee couldn't see it. So face off down in the Stampede defensive end.
All right. 1:55 left, third period. 6-0 Stampede. Dragged behind the net by Amston. He starts to get his boogie on. Sofer over the red line. Fires it all the way in for Patterson in the corner. Patterson can't control it against Monk. And Monk fires it around the other side. Big lead pass. Forcing Hasselman to make the save. Big lead pass. Patterson can't collect it. Taps it back in where Dallymore gets a handle on it, and then ball. And it's still rolling in front. High slot, tapping at it. Nobody's got a piece of it, though. And it's high fly puck. And finally out. And Sofer receives a hit, but kind of comes off better off, as Canterbury trying to do something in these last minute. Icing's the call.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this third line chooses to finish up this game, if they kind of just see it out or if they continue to fight hard as they have so far. McIntosh and Walcom have been quite the combination tonight, and it's
throw Solo in that mix, and you've got this shot trapped up in the body, and you've got Dallymore muscling his way down that side, but not happy with that pass, or lack of a pass, as Burns still fires it up. It's funny, they're still working hard as McIntosh muscles his way over the blue line, still controlling it. Walcom can't control it. He's like a puck whisperer, Colin McIntosh, as Lang marches in over with only 26 seconds left. Shot off the net, whistle goes. Don't know if it came off. Did it come off of the goaltender?
No, I think that was just a quick response, and he just had to throw it, and it kind of caught air a little bit and went straight out of play.
Well, obviously,
it looks like they called it.
Yeah, Joel must have got a piece of it, because it's face off deep in that Stampede zone with 20 seconds left. Brown shot on target, beautiful shot. If there had been a bounce out of that, anything could have happened.
Yeah, Jacob Carey was there to try to redirect it. He couldn't quite move the puck, and it ends up hitting Hasselman in the gear.
Nigel, I'm watching some good hockey, I'll bet. And puck rolling on the dot. 4 seconds left. Brown muscled off the puck. 9 seconds left. Boniface feeds Walcom, cross ice. Can't hit. Roby.
And that's going to finish it.
And that ends it. Oof. 6-0. Wow. Well, we said this is halfway through the bag of marbles in order for a Stampede to have that home ice final advantage. 6-0.
Yeah, I think tomorrow's game is going to be
Feisty.
Very feisty, very physical, and the Red Devils are going to have some very big fans in the Botany Swarm, as that will decide who becomes the 1 seed for the playoffs.
So, alliances and allegiances, all it's like Game of Thrones out there.
Yeah, the Red Devils really didn't play a bad game for most of the afternoon. The Stampede did a great job in the first 2 periods. It was the third period, like I said, it was that third goal that kind of upset the balance of play for everything. And once it did, it set forward a whole bunch of actions and activities that were a little bit less than a tight game. And that's how we ended up in a 6-0. But a really well-played, well-fought game with just one little exception.
Unfortunate unsettledness to the, from that flight issue, the sightseeing tour from Invercargill, unwanted sightseeing tour.
Yeah.
Just think of the things they got to see: Lumsden, Athol, and dairy cows. But
as far as the eye can see.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I'm Dave Dubnick.
And I'm Matt Chavez, and we'll see you tomorrow for the end of the regular season as the SkyCity Stampede take on the visiting Canterbury Red Devils. We'll see you tomorrow.